um I'm going to be very, very, real with everyone here, because you are not just, a newbie anymore. Been here for many weeks already. It's a sacrifice, and I'm here to give it to you raw as it is, and as it should be. And I believe your journey in the Web3 space will be spiced up after this class. So I'm going to call out one or two persons to just tell me how your experience has been so far having your classes. Yeah. Anyone want to just unmute and just say something? Has been your classes? Okay. Anyone?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sajid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far it has actually been amazing, nothing short of amazing. For me personally, there has been
Thank you.
some tutors that have done exceptionally well for me. All tutors have done well, and then some classes that have been quite exceptional. So far, especially for someone that was new to the Twitter space. Most times at school and I see some jargons. One of the things that these classes or these sessions have helped me do is to break it down. Mr. Mo did such an exceptional job in breaking it down. There was such a way he
Oh,
broke down smart contracts and the rest, and so also many other tutors. So for me, this the classes so far has just been breaking down everything to the bits. I just call it a lowest common factor to the lowest common definition ever. That's just my experience so far.
thank you so much, Olumba Igene. Thank you. So, someone else want to talk? How's been your experience so far in the space?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, sir. Our session so
Yeah,
far has been really educative, very, very educative. Personally, for me, it's been like an eye opener and also a game changer. So I appreciate every tutor so far, and hopefully, we get to enjoy your class too because we're anticipating. Thank you so much.
all right. Thank you. I hope I'm very audible. I'm not in my workspace right now. Um I had a program, so I'm not in my workspace now. So the network might not be the best, but I hope I'm audible
You're
and clear.
audible.
All right, good. Who is ready to make some money here? Can you just throw me some emojis? You are ready to make some, not just naira, but earning in dollars, earning in hard currencies. I believe everyone here wants to, one day wake up and see lots of money in your wallet, lots of money. I told myself when I was in my level in my level 3, when I started this whole Web3 stuff, and then myself and my friend were always optimistic about what we're going to make. Like, we're just like, God, the day I'll go to Bybit, then it was Binance we're very familiar with. I told myself the day I'll go to Bybit first to withdraw 1K dollars. God, I'll go just mad. Like, and I will have to withdraw it once. If I get the first 1K, I'll have to withdraw it once and just take it to Bybit. I know that me too, I don't be merchant. You understand? That was the kind of vibes um I had, for real. It was crazy, and we kept on. Yeah, so I know some of you here too, you are like, the first day I'm going to, you know, get into the market, buy bits, I'm going to withdraw 1K dollars or 2K dollars at once. It's going to be an amazing day. Like, it's going to be one of your favorite days, I believe. Sorry, Hamza, you are raising up your hand. Any question? Okay. I believe maybe that was a mistake. So I can't wait for every one of you here to start printing money in the Web3 space. Yes, a lot of people say many things about Web3, but I will tell you too, because you've learned some basics about Web3, I will tell you for free. Web3 is also a game changer in terms of finances. Web3 changed my personal finances. Yes, I cannot say any less of that. When I entered Web3, my financial life changed, and it was like within 2 to 3 years, my financial status was not the same anymore because of Web3. I'm a proud, you know, um, earner from the Web3 space. I earn from the Web3 space, and every one of you here too can earn the same way I do. And I'll share a little of my story before we dive into our topic fully. Now, in the year 2020, 2021, thanks to our co-founder, Sir Dami, he was one of the people we were looking up to as far back as 2020, 2021. And then those days, those years, were just planning on how to, dive into the space. And he was a very good guide in very many occasions on how we navigated the space. So that's to tell you that you are in the right place. You are in the right place learning how to make money. So if you are in this space and sorry, sorry for that breakout. So if you've made up to 1K dollars from Web3 space, can you just um send an emoji? Let me see. If you've made up to 1K dollars from Web3 space, can you just send an emoji? Let me see. Going to, oh God. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
All right. So very many of you are yet to earn up to 1K in the Web3 space. And I I became a volunteer for many projects. First of all, I got a skill. I started with graphic designs and UI UX design. I worked voluntarily for one or two projects early 2022, 2023. I volunteered, and then I became an ambassador with Polkadot in the year 2023. And I was contributing, volunteering again over and over. As at then, all I earned was about $250. Then $250 was around 190K. That was how I got my first iPhone. That was helping me to grind more in the space. So from then I still continued my journey volunteering, and then after a year of my volunteer role, I got a full-time gig, and the full-time gig was paying very well, like more than $1,000. It was paying very well, like it was good. And then the dollar has increased very, very high, and it was a good place to be for real. And we've been grinding all day, and we've been here. So every one of you to have a story, and one day you are going to tell the story that okay, you were once a beginner, okay, intermediary, and then you started earning from the space. And I can't wait to see you earn real currencies from the Web3 space. Okay. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen? Okay. Thank you so much. All right. So I will be diving straight up and giving you raw back to back. Like I'm going to equip you with every damn thing you need to earn in Web3. Every damn thing. I'm going to be real. I'm going to tell you the pros, the cons, and the nitty gritty of all of this together. So, earning in Web3, content, marketing, dev, airdrop, bounties. First of all, I'd like you to understand that in the Web3 space, there are three categories of people that are working. There are three categories of people working. We have the developers, we have people who build blockchains, people, software engineers, developers who build the the Web3 space. There are people who are specialized in building products, building dApps, building applications in Web3. So this is one of the categories. This is just one of it. Secondly, we have community builders. We have community builders. Secondly, we have community builders. Those are people who create engagements for these projects. They create engagement for all of these projects that are being built by developers. Are we following? Yeah. If you're following, you can just drop an emoji. Let me know that you are following. So we have thank you so much. So we have builders. That's what we call for developers, for um software engineers. They are all builders. And then we have community builders. Community builders are people who create engagements, who host events, who moderate, who try to keep an active community for a project. Every project needs community builders, because you cannot build a project without community builders. You cannot build a project without developers. active community builders. Any community that does not have active community builders will die down slowly. So every community needs one who is strategically positioned to be a community builder. I do currently I've been building the Polkadot um, community in northern Nigeria, and that has been my role. I'm also a community builder. Every project needs to be on the faces of people out there. Every project needs to be on the faces of people out there. You cannot have a product and then keep the product all to yourself. You need people to promote it. You need marketers to fan the flame of your project. So any Web3 project that you see out there, they have a room for a marketer. They have a room for the marketing team. Like on Polkadot, where I work, we have the marketing team. We have the marketing bounty. We have the marketing advisory board. We have people who are actively promoting the adoption of Polkadot, which is what every blockchain, every Web3, DApp application, decentralized, every DAOs also want. They want to be out there. They want to be known. They want to have quality use cases and stuffs like that. So every Web3 space, firstly, needs developers. Those are the dev builders, needs community builders, and thirdly, marketers, community marketers. They market the project to people. They promote those. That's where we have people like calls, key opinion leaders, community marketers. We have Web3 influencers, community money. Marketing leads and stuffs like that. Those are the kind of um, those are the kind of jobs that you find around the marketing space in Web3. So these are the three basic. So we are going to be delving. Let's delve deeper. Okay. Introduction to Web3 opportunities. So we said Web3 is not just about blockchain, it's about ownership and contribution. So everyone has a part to play. Everyone has something to bring to table. So we have roles ranging from writers, marketers, developers, community builders. All of these are categorized into the three places or three spaces where I just spoke about. So let's explore 5 practical ways to earn in the decentralized world. The first way to start earning in Web3 is content creation. I tell this for free everywhere I go to. The first way to start earning and the first easiest way to start earning in the Web3 space is through content creation. In fact, right now, content creation has, been upgraded in such a way that You don't even need to be so much involved in a project before you earn so much from projects now. Right now, we have um, Kiato. Kiato is actually a writer's um, kind of project or platform where you can write for Web3 projects and get paid. People write for them and they pay them. We have bounties too, bounties in different platforms where they are paid. For myself, practically, when I started Web3, I started writing on Medium, the Medium platform. I started writing about several things concerning Web3, concerning Polkadot, because I had a target. I was not a random guy. I had a target. I told myself, or I had a target that in 1 year, I will focus on Polkadot and I will get into any of the teams. That was the target I gave to myself. And in 1 year, exactly 1 year, I got into the anti-scam team of Polkadot. How did I do this? I started writing about Polkadot related scams. I started promoting, contents that, was educating people on how to protect themselves from scams in Polkadot. So for a long time, over 6 months, I focused on the anti-scam team and I was writing, designing back to back for 6 months. I was doing this, and in the 6th month, I was accepted to become a candidate in the anti-scam team. As a candidate, I was not earning anything, but I was given the opportunity to make suggestions and contribute to what they're doing generally. So it was quite a good role, but there was no pay. I continued writing consistently and being active, engaging with the Polkadot and the scam team, with the Polkadot contents continuously. And after another 6 months, I was promoted as a full member of the scam team. And that was how I got my first gig. Like, this was how it happened. And I would say practically, I got into the team because I was consistently writing, consistently contributing, and being active to answer questions, stuffs like that on the team server, and then I became a full member. You see, most people in the Web3 space, they think it is by, you know, when I come, I'll get a job immediately. I will tell you to your face that don't have a short-term goal if you want to make good money in the Web3 space, except you want to make 1K and disappear. If you want a long-term goal, a long-term, strategy to be earning, have a long-term goal. So I told myself, when I get in to the team, I will continue what I was doing, and I will begin to do some strategic things that would make me valuable for many more time, as long as I want to stay with them. So this I continued to do, and it did not come in just 6 months or 9 months. It came about 1 year time. So give yourself time. Don't say because you have finished the mirror cohort one, you want to get that job that will pay you 2K now. I tell you, it may happen in your case, but really, if you want to have long-term, you know, strategy to continuously earn, you need you have to strategize well and not just jump in and get out. So have solid track record of what you are doing. Write it down. Medium, Medium and Twitter are very good for writers. There are rights to end blogs, community newsletters, DAOs and protocols, educational threads, and tutorials. I know someone who and tutorials for people on his Twitter, and he gets paid for doing that. But you must first prove yourself. You must be good at what you are doing. Don't just go ahead and start posting anyhow. Prove yourself. So if you are here, you are a content creator, and you wish to be a content creator, use this platform, have a solid track record. Write and write and write and write and write every day until you have good and quality write-ups on your Medium, so that anybody that sees your page knows that for real this guy has been writing for a while and you know how to do it. This is how to break into the content creation space. So for content creators, you can earn money through Kiato by yapping. Kiato is a platform that makes you write for different projects and you earn based on their location that the project gives to Kiato. So this is for content writers. You can take this home and work on it. All right, we have together. We have volunteering. It is after you have volunteered and you have gotten experience in handling certain things around maybe social media management. You know how to create, good analytics about post contents. You know how to manage, social medias very well. You know how to create growth channels for a project. If you have all of these together, it gives you head to apply for all of these jobs. So one thing I will tell you here for free is, after you have done with your course, find the nearest place to volunteer. Find the nearest project that is looking for volunteers and volunteer to become one of their workers. Now, if you are looking for projects you want to volunteer for, because I need to take you through that guide too, because most of you here don't know where to go and search for volunteer roles. Now, Coin Market Cap is a place that lists coins or new projects on their site. Every day they do this. You would find 100 and more projects that are quite fresh or are looking out for roles where you can, you know, check into their Telegram, check into their Discord, and message someone that you wish to volunteer for a role in their community. Now, I will share with you one strategy on how to get your first volunteer role. If you go on Coin Market Cap, just type it on your Google. If you go there, okay, um, I don't want to slide up now, but if you go to Coin Market Cap, you are going to see projects, you are going to see their Twitter handle, you are going to see their Discord handle, you are going to see uh let me share a broader screen so that you can benefit. Hope you are following me. If you are following me through an emoji, please let me throw me an emoji if you are following. Good, good, good. Thank you. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, you can see your screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Trying to load Coin Market Cap. So this is Coin Market Cap. There are 100 and more projects here on a this is Seal Network. If you can see it, let me know, please. All right. LinkedIn profile. He has seen how active I'm promoting Polkadot, and he wants to collaborate with me to promote this SEAL network in Africa. And I'll tell you this for free. I did not apply. I did not request for anything from him, but he messaged me directly. Why? Because I have a track record. If you are here, your Twitter account is dry, your LinkedIn account is dry, you are not posting anything about what you are doing, you are already going, the other way around. So, in fact, people see your profile and they would want to offer you jobs. So, when he approached me um, on LinkedIn, and I was like, okay, I do a lot of things for Polkadot, and for real, I'm ready to also promote the SEAL network in Africa. If you want us to have a call, we can have a call. So this was random. So you can get the job by just your track record on your social media alone. This is I'm just talking outside what we planned for now, because I'm giving you a guide, a guide on how to get or earn money in Web3 space. I'm not here to hide anything from you. I'm here to open it up to you. So now, this is SEAL network or SEAL network. I don't know how to pronounce it. Don't mind me. This is SEAL network, and this is what they are doing. So you can come here. This is their community. This is their portfolio. This is their watch list. There are a lot of things about them you can find here. Now let's go to about. Okay, this is the about of C network. It's a high performance layer one blockchain that scales the EVM with parallelized execution, enabling faster transaction. Read up all of this. You see what the project is doing. You see, okay, let me go back. So when you check out projects like this, what next should you do? The next thing to do is locate their Twitter handle. Locate their Twitter handle. See news about the sale network. Locate their Twitter handle. When you locate their Twitter handle, you can locate their Discord from there. Let's take for example, um, let's say sorry, follow me. I want to be as practical as I can. That's why I'm taking it through all of this. Okay, look at it now. This is the CA network. Now, when you get here, you can find their website. This is their website here. Can see, you can get into their website. When you get into their website, you can get into their Discord. When you read more about them on their website, you get to see the founder, you get to see the teams that are working with the project. And what do you do? After having a proof or track record of what you are doing, you can kindly send a message to any of these, teams, or the founder, or um, you know any co-founder or an active core team member that is working with the project. You can send a message to them and say, I would like to promote your project in Nigeria, in Africa, to enhance its expansion and adoption in Africa even more. And I would like to volunteer to, you know, be, a social media influencer for any project you want, launch into the project and shoot your shots. So this techniques, I'll call it more like a shoot your shot kind of technique, because you just go straight up to meeting people, the founders or team members directly, and shoot your shot. So this is how to start as a volunteer. So everyone here now knows where to go and start volunteering. You can go to different projects on CoinMarketCap, search for stuffs around the project, and shoot your shots. Now, ambassador program is also one good place that is good to also um, dive into. Let me share my screen appropriately. All right. So ambassador program are almost everywhere these days. And on the Miro Telegram channel, I've seen several ambassadorship program being promoted for you to apply. So you can have roles of being an ambassador, and most of them they usually pay like maybe $50 to $100, while some pay as high as $500, depending on what you are doing for them. So the ambassador program is also open to everyone, whether you're a writer, a social media manager, a marketer, and what have you. So you can dive into social media marketing, or the ambassador program through various channels, being a community mod ambassador and stuff like that. Now, for marketing too, we have tasks including like organizing AMAs and meetups. This is part of community building and marketing in a way. Now, for AMA sections, how many of you here are good at space hosting? You can host space. Anyone good at hosting spaces? Okay, good. Michael, Victory. You can host spaces very well. That's good. Now, this is one of the trending roles currently. Of recent, I came across um, a Twitter space that runs 24 hours. And what do they do? It's just about like the farming engagement for followers, engagement for follow me, I follow you. And they have Twitter, space hosts, like people who are driving the space every one hour, and it runs for 24 hours. Like, and I was like, so you mean people, and you see people, hundreds of people on the space down to 3 a.m. in the midnight. Like, what the hell? Are they not sleeping? And I'll be like, but for real, those guys are good at what they are doing. If you know how to host spaces, you have fine voice. For some ladies now, they have very good voice that can keep people lively for a while. When you start hosting spaces, people love it, and they pay you for it. I think I heard of recent that someone do host spaces for people for 1 hour for as high as 1K dollars, hosting spaces for people. So you can build yourself to become so valuable, build your follower fan base so that you can become a small influencer, at least for a start. Like, someone was sharing a story with me of recent, how he used to be a space host, and for a while his friends would be laughing at him that only he will be talking to himself for the whole of the day, trying to host spaces for people. But right now he's earning good money, and every time you see him on spaces, you'll be hearing salam alaikum, salam alaikum, and the vibes of GM guys, and explore spaces. If you are one who likes roles like that, join spaces, listen to how people handle spaces, and have your own uniqueness, and always come up with something active in any ecosystem. Like for myself, the first event I had never been a community manager before in my life, and I had nothing to do with events. My first good gig was $2,000, and I used $1,000 to host an event. I risked that $1,000. I used it to host my first event. Nobody knew that it was like me doing a risk. Everybody thought maybe they are paying for it, but I went as far as using such an amount to host an event. And after that event, I discovered that Kai, I was good at community building and event hosting. So it made me to launch more into the space of community management and event, you know, hosting events and meetups. And after that meetup was very successful. And when I asked back for refunds for that money, I was giving back the money, and that encouraged me even more to continue hosting more events and meetups. And I will share the story of how I transitioned from just hosting meetups to now becoming a meetup curator in the Polkadot ecosystem. After holding my first event, I I saw a role that was voluntary, and then it was quite like it was something people were rejecting. So I said, okay, let me just try my luck. I now just registered to join the meetups bounty to be a curator, and it was voluntary. I was working almost 5 hours every day, and it was voluntary. Like, who does that? But because of the kind of the nature of resilience I have, I could do that actually. So I did that for over 6 months. Over 6 months, I was doing that freely, and the best I could get from being a curator then was like $100 every month. And then it now spanned to 6 months. Then we're now paid with a standard rate. That was how it transitioned from being a voluntary role to a paid role. So when I tell you about voluntary jobs, many people may be tired about it, but for real, that is one big way to enter into having your full-time job that is paying well. All right, are we following? Are we following? All right,
Yes.
all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so managing Discord and Telegrams. Now, one of the ways to also earn in the space is being a community moderator or a community manager on Discord or on Telegram. Now, many of you here now, what you should do is to shoot your shots. Shoot your shots. Don't wait for jobs to come and meet you. Create your own jobs. Create your own jobs. So you can find 101 servers on your Discord, and you'll be able to pinpoint or point out some lapses in the community managers or the mods in that community. What you should do is and things happening here. I've seen some things that are quite good and first appraise their work. Like, I love the way you are coordinating the group. I love the way you are keeping people active. But you have a suggestion. Can you optimize quizzes? Can you do some, tasks that will engage people on your server? By adding all of these suggestions, you are already shooting your shot that okay, you have stuffs around Discord server handling, and subsequently you can just come and be like, okay, can I volunteer to be creating some engagements on the Discord server? Like, nobody will see you very active on their Discord server for 1 to 3 months, and they'll not think about rewarding you for something. And that's how you get in. So sometimes you create the opportunity for yourself to get into such, places. Okay, communication. You need communication skill, consistency, and knowing the ecosystem. A lot of people just dive in without knowing the ecosystem, and then they just start shooting their shots. Okay, I'll not talk much about this because this is not my specialty. But if you are here, you are a developer, I tell you, you have so much to explore. You have opportunities real time to explore in the space. And one thing I tell people is, if you have the opportunity to learn software engineering, even if you are 35 years old or 40, you can go and start learning this thing now. Start learning the different, languages that are in demand right now, because developers are the backbone of the Web3 space. For real, that is it. That is the fact. If you feel you can, please get into being a developer or a software engineer. It is highly in demand. And when you learn Solidity, Rush, Substrate, Smart Contract, Frontend, React JS, all of this together, it makes you smart enough to earn by what? Contributing to open source repos. Like on Polkadot now, if you are a developer and you contribute to um, the repo of Polkadot, or your PRs are merged with, you know uh, with your codes, you would have the opportunity to earn. When you join hackathons too, you can earn. Various hackathons are going on 8 Global and Code. Polkadot has a lot of hackathons too right now. Free gigs on Gitcoin, Dwork, or Regigs. So there are some projects that are hiring consistently on Gitcoin, Dwork. You can get jobs there. Okay, so I'm going to talk more now than I I've been doing. So I'm going to name 10 job roles right now. 10 job roles that are highly in demand. You can write them down if you want. You can write them down. We have community admins. These are like community mods too. They serve as like they administrate various communities. I don't know. Can I just ask briefly? Hope we still have some 15 minutes time, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir, we are with you. We are with you on this.
All right, all right. And after this class, I'm going to share with you some top secrets, and I'm going to share with you some documents that is going to guide you to your first job. I'll share with you. And that document is very private. You can only get it when you are in my cycle. And I'm going to share it here on the group.
Hello, we can't hear you again.
Secondly, we have project marketers and marketing managers. Some of you here are good at marketing. You are good at promoting stuffs. You are good with making projects successful. Do as a marketer, you should position yourself as an independent marketer. What do I mean by an independent marketer? Position yourself as one who has influence what enough to make projects call for you to promote what they have. If you're a marketer, what you should focus on is growing your followers, especially the Web3 based followers. Grow it massively. When you grow it massively, you become like a lord. Influencers will come to pay you. Currently, there are influencers who've paid for our projects of close to $200 just for one post. Just for one post. Because you need their influence to ride. So marketing managers, project marketers, they are very important in the space. Collab managers too. Collab managers, these are people that manage collaborations with projects. Like maybe the Miro project wants to collaborate with Polkadot now. What are the terms of the collaboration? They manage the collaboration. They manage communication between two parties like that. These are collab managers. We have social media managers, people who handle like Twitter accounts, handle you know LinkedIn account for projects and stuff like that. They would know how to create SEO, optimize content and stuff like that. We also have content writers. We've talked about content writers. You can be a content writer too. Number 8, we have chillers. Who are chillers? Chillers are people who promote projects. Although this is more like um a it's a job I don't really fan, but people chill. And how do they chill? They chill by promoting a particular project, like talking about a particular project all the time, even if it's not really real, but they chill, they just talk about it consistently. Number 9, we have blockchain developers. These are core devs, programmers. Number 10, we have graphic designers. This is really underrated most times, but this is a powerful tool. This is a powerful, skill that is needed in the space. Being a graphic designer, graphics designing is underrated most times, but people are earning good money from being graphic designers. Last 3 months in the meetup bounty where I work, we had a need for a designer, and we had to call someone to design like a logo for us and 2 templates, and we paid up to $500 standard just for logo and 2 templates. So you could see how that is. Okay, first I said community admin, community managers, community moderators, project marketers, collab managers, social media managers, content writers, chillers, blockchain developers. Number 10, graphic designers. Number 12, project ambassadors. We've talked about project ambassadors. Number 13, we have project influencers. Just like the way I talked about people that are positioned for marketing, project influencers are people who, promote projects in the wider space. We have space hosts, people who host space. They are like project linguists. They are good in AMA section. They are good in all of these kind of stuffs. So these are 10 high demand skills. I mean, how many are there now? Did I call? I think I've called up to 10 management. Okay, the number 14 is project management. Project management. So these are people who are good in managing a project, managing the teams, how the organizational flow is. All of these are part of project management. So it can be a project manager, can be one who coordinates things, are highly paid. These jobs are highly paid. So I'm going to be taking questions in the next 5 minutes, and then I'll share with us the secret doc. So if you have questions, please, you have 5 minutes. You can raise your hand, and then I call you up. Anybody have questions?
Hello, everyone. If you have questions, you can unmute your mic and ask Saji. Or if you're not able to talk, you can type the questions in the comment section and I can read them out.
Let's take 2 or 3 questions before we share some other secrets here. So if we
Hello, Saji.
volunteer, all right,
Okay.
yeah, you can. can proceed.
Yeah, somebody asked, Mr. Muhammad said, how do you host an event, sir? That's one question.
Good question. How do you host an event? The first thing to do is you have to identify a project. Identify a project where you are very familiar with and you are used to. Don't just go and host event because you have passion. You would look out for the projects where you are known. Look out for projects where you work for first, like contribute to what they are doing first before you host an event. Secondly, you must talk with the team behind the project. The first thing, the best way to do this is this: talk to any of the team members and said, I am so passionate about your project, and I don't mind to share my knowledge with a growing community of people I have in my city. And I would like to volunteer to organize a little meetup to tell people more about your project. What do you think about it? This is a way to shoot your shot if you want to have an event or a meetup. You must first be known in that ecosystem. Don't just dive into hosting an event when nobody knows you. You must be active in that community, actively doing stuff. Everybody, every community would want some free kind of um meetups to be done in their name. But for real, a good project will in turn reward you for what you are going to do. Like about 2 months ago, one of my friends reached out to a community, a growing community that is yet to be in Africa or in Nigeria very well. So he told them that he wants to have an event and he wants to print about 10 t-shirts to share out to people.